Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Movie Buzzer. And on today's episode, we are going to basically talk about the new Candyman sequel slash reboot. And my thoughts on this movie and everything, and we'll just go from there. I mean, of course, as comments come in, we'll go ahead and talk about it. So it ain't gonna be all just maybe Candyman. Maybe we'll talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. Maybe we'll talk about Venom. Maybe we'll talk Eternals, Shang-Chi, something. It all depends on what you guys want to talk about as well. Because I am on here for you guys. Um, and of course, super chats will always make a difference. On change of topic as well. But as far as Candyman goes, we're definitely gonna hit the main topic. And so it's a sequel slash reboot. It's for a new generation to experience Candyman, and it takes place back in the original Chicago city of where um the original took place, where the legend became, where it became a legend and everything. I remember when the first Candyman came out back in 1992, and it was very different. It was spooky. It was spooky back then. Is how I would describe it. Was the original. Um, Tony Todd, man, he fucking great voice actor, and just I mean he's a good actor, and he's got a creepy feel to him as well. Um, so even in the original, it was like really, he had that creepy, like, kind of like Freddy type feel to him, to me. So, but I didn't really get into him that much. Didn't really care for Candyman so much as, it was basically like a different version of Bloody Mary, where you'd say Bloody Mary three times in a mirror and she'll appear behind you. Candyman was where you say Candyman five times, and he will appear and he will kill you. I like the fact that they rebooted it, especially. Oh my God, I had the name going into this on who was the writer of it. Oh, Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele wrote this one, and he did a great job with Get Out, Us, and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, it captured me at that point that I really want to watch this movie. And of course, the sneak previews hit tonight. The movie releases tomorrow, as I'm doing this stream. But one of the things I liked about this one is the fact that he did bring in, now no, I'm going to butcher this fucking name very, very bad. Yaha Abdul um, Martin the second, the guy who played um, Black Manta and Aquaman. I like him as an actor. He is a great fucking actor. I really like, especially like how he was in Aquaman. He did a great job with that character. And actually, there was an episode of Black Mirror I was telling Rob about last night that I liked him in. He's with Anthony Mackie in that episode, and just the guy's a great actor, and it makes it look like he's going to be, from the previews and the trailers that we got of this movie, kind of made it look like he was going to be taking over for Candyman. That basically Candyman is going to make him the next new one. But I like how the fact that they treat it like a sequel, but it's also like a soft reboot of the movie. I haven't personally seen it. Of course, like I said, previews were tonight. I did not go get it checked out. I am very, very busy this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to go see the movie like I want to. Because I actually kind of do want to see it. I think they released it a little bit too early, going into the Halloween season. I would have released it a little bit more later next month as you got closer to Halloween, just because of horror basis of it and everything. So, Red Super comes in with the first chat of night. Hey, what's up, man? I haven't even watched the original Candyman. Planning to watch that one soon before the new one. And that's the thing. I don't think you, like with the new one, I don't think you have to watch the original to know what's going on with this one. I think that's why I said it's like a soft reboot. So therefore, you're going into it and you're going to get that backstory because they're going to talk about the urban legend of Candyman. And because I think it was like an urban legend even in the original one where they were talking about it. That's where you mentioned Candyman. Candyman, the five times and he shows up. like I said, it's the original came out in '92. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I do want to watch again the original. Um, Also, I'm like you, Red. I'm kind of want to watch the original before I would see it as well, just to kind of refresh my memory on it because I don't remember. It wasn't one of those horror movies that stuck with me, and I watch it like every fucking year or every few years. So I kind of want to rewatch it. I think I tried to a couple years ago, and I just didn't make it all the way through. Um, Andrew says, was Tony Todd Candyman? I heard of him as Zoom on The Flash. Yes, Tony Todd voiced Zoom on The Flash. He also, Tony Todd does, he did a lot of the, he was in the Final Destination series as well. He played um, a guy with the morgue, like a more like a mortician, I think is what the phrase is for that. Excuse me, guys. You'll see me interchanging between soda and water because I'm going to lose my throat otherwise. Excuse me, but yeah, Tony Todd, yeah, and that was one thing I loved actually about Zoom and the Flash was the fact Tony Todd did the voice of him, just like Tobin Bell did the voice of Savitar in Flash season 3. So, and of course he's from the Saw series. They love getting their um those horror guys for their voices for the voice acting for Flash. I know that. Oh man, I hope I'm not getting sick here. But so yeah, I want to go see it. I want to watch the original. Probably. I don't know. Last time I checked, I thought it was on Netflix. I'll have to look. But I'm pretty sure I could find it very easily or even very cheap. But I do want to watch the movie. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to. By the time I'm ready, by the time I would be able to actually go watch it, because I got a lot of stuff going on right now, this month especially. So it's going to be harder for me to go see it. So by the time I probably have a chance to, it's going to be on streaming. It won't because they don't last long anymore now in the theater. So, hey, enjoyed. How's it going, sir? Um, but it's I want to see it. I really do. Let me know if you guys actually want to check it out and everything. I know Red said he does, but he wants to watch the new one for. I mean, the original first, and then they did a bunch of direct sequel, like direct to video sequels after the original, and of course none of them are like any good. It's like every one of them got worse and worse and worse. And the actual director of the first one said that, with Jordan Peele coming in, and he kind of took what he was wanting to do with an original sequel to the original one. So he kind of Jordan Peele kind of incorporated that along with his own take on the movie itself. But I mean, I don't really know too much of the other actors that are in this new one, but it's definitely, like I said, the guy who plays Black Manta is one of the main reasons why I want to go see it. They do bring back Tony Todd as far as Candyman, which I was a little worried about at the beginning. I think the first teaser kind of like it didn't look like he was going to be in it, and I was like, you can't. To me, you can't have Candyman without Tony Todd. Um, he makes that character. Just like a lot of people are like, you can't have a Freddy Krueger without Robert Englund, and I'm huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and I love Robert Englund and everything, but at the same time, I can't if and it's going to be so hard to replace him, so hard. I mean, but I would also be into a new Nightmare on Elm Street. I want another Nightmare on Elm Street. I do really do. Jackie Earle Haley did the best with what he was able to do with the remake. I mean, come on, you had a first time guy directing it, and all he ever did was music videos. So of course, it's not going to be a good movie. Um, I did like the fact that they were trying to make it scary again instead of the last few Nightmare on Elm Streets where they were just plain corny, campy shit going on in them. I've always said if they ever redid Nightmare on Elm Street, while Robert Englund was alive, all you have to do is CG him and mostly in the fucking dark. You could put him in the dark and it be creepy and everything, and then have Robert Englund voice him. Because he does some great voiceover work as well. So that way he could play Freddy without actually having to put the fucking makeup on, which he doesn't want to do anymore anyway. And still, you get Robert Englund as Freddy. So, but that's just me. I mean, because the way CGI is anymore, you could do all kinds of fucking shit with Freddy. We'll switch to the water now. I think. So if I'm getting sick and I'm getting COVID, this might be my last stream. No, I'm just playing, guys. My daughter's sick, so I might be end up getting what she's got. So, um, I have to see that. That plus I'm just talking a lot, so me talking a lot also puts strain on that, I guess. But yeah, guys, send in chats, send in super chats. Hit the like button. I'm not planning on probably staying on too long. Only because of the fact of I am tired tonight. And this is not a topic that I knew would probably get a lot of people in on, but it was a horror topic, and I like changing things up. I don't want to stick to the same Spider-Man topics or you know other things. I like hitting different topics and for different things and different people. Because some people like everything that I like, and some people want to see something different. Because when you do like 5 Spider-Man videos, man, Spider-Man videos in a row. I love Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong. I'll talk about Spider-Man all fucking day, but I just don't want to talk about it. I don't like having video after video after video, and it just feels like it's only fucking videos I'm doing. When I like multiple things, that's the reason why I do some of the videos I do, where I'm talking about like the Gremlins reboot, or where they're at currently on a Beetlejuice 2 and stuff like that. I throw those different ones in. Actually, tomorrow's video will be Matrix 4, or Matrix Resurrections now is what it's called. That's my planned video for tomorrow. So I'm going to be actually touching base on the Matrix movie and the fact that they did show some footage at CinemaCon on it. So, and I got to see pieces of it. So therefore, yeah, I'm going to talk about it and then what I think about the Matrix franchise and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be tomorrow's. So everybody who's watching this now, can actually know, hey, this is what's coming tomorrow. But yeah, definitely send in some chats here, guys, so that way we can keep the conversation going. It could be on anything. It doesn't have to be on Candyman. We can, whatever you guys want to send in. So that way we can continue the conversation. Otherwise, I will probably cut it at 30 minutes tonight and have just a 30-minute episode. So it just depends on your interaction. Because I think I've already basically covered everything I wanted to on Candyman. I do want to go see it, and to be honest, I don't know if it's going to make #1 this weekend. It's not on any other streaming service or anything like that. It is strictly theaters. So we'll see how a horror movie can how it does, because they pushed this one back as well. This was also supposed to be last year around this time, I believe, as when this movie was supposed to originally come out. And then of course now it got pushed all the way back till now. So we'll have to see how it does. It's going straight up against Free Guy, Don't Breathe 2. I think it'll be Don't Breathe 2. The question is, will it beat Free Guy for #1? I don't know. Who knows? And here's the thing. I think if it does beat Free Guy for #1, which is that movie's held #1 for 2 weeks, so it's possible that it can make #1 and then spawn more sequels to this movie too. Maybe, hopefully, ones that won't go direct to streaming. I would say direct to video, but there is no more video anymore. It's now direct to streaming. You get crappy sequels off of that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wish it would have probably released it more towards Halloween, October and Halloween. I wouldn't have wanted to go right up against Michael Myers' Halloween Kills, because it ain't gonna make shit. it wouldn't make shit against that. So that movie's going to make a lot of money for that for sure. But anything, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, I got a couple viewers in here currently from what I'm seeing. You got send in a chat. Um, like I said, we can talk about No Way Home. We can talk about the Eternals, Shang-Chi. I mean, I read Super does send in a chat. Oh, sorry, I'm messing up my camera here. Nia DeCastra is directing this movie, and she'll be doing the Marvels next. Okay, cool. That I did see her name as the director and everything. Because I was looking to make sure I was getting it right when like Jordan Peele, who is the writer on it and everything. So, that could definitely be interesting. I am very interested in seeing her work because this movie looked creepy, and I'm really wanting to see it. And then of course with the Marvels, that's big. That's huge because everything going on that's going to be going on that with all those different characters. So definitely looking forward to that. Ninja says, "What are your think? What are you thinking of Stargirl season 2 so far?" Well, due to the fact I've only watched just the first episode and now I'm 2 behind, so far so good though. I am liking what I did see out of the first episode, but I have not watched the last 2. Um, I still haven't watched the second episode of What If. I watched the third because I knew I was just going to end up talking about it last night with Robert. But um, it's just like I said, I've been busy. Um, like me being out here actually talking to you guys does take time that I would actually watch something like that because I was going to sit down after everybody went to bed tonight. I was going to talk about. I mean, I was going to watch both episodes of Stargirl before I went to bed, and then I was like, well, no, I want to do a Candyman stream before the movie actually releases tomorrow and everything because Friday and Saturdays I won't be streaming. That is my family time, and more likely Sunday I probably won't either. We'll have to see, but because the weekends are harder for me because everybody's I'm with everybody, so I wanted to get this stream in, so that's why I was like, well, let me do the stream, talk to everybody about Candyman first, and then or anything else, and then probably maybe tomorrow night I might actually watch those episodes. By the weekend I'll probably be caught up finally. I think so. Ninja says I loved the first 2. The third one sucked. Oh man, don't that kind of ruins it. Well, you I know you didn't spoil anything for me, but now I'm like, well, now when I get to the third one, well, I think it sucked too, But hey, who knows? Every episode ain't gonna hit it out of the park. So we'll have to see. I was digging the first episode, and then yeah, like so it looked like the second one was going to be nice too. You got to keep stuff in the throat. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to those episodes of Stargirl, and I'll be checking those out. Like I said, this weekend. So um, I don't think I'm ever going to make it to Titans. It's hard for me to even get to that show whatsoever. Every There was a time and point when I was trying to watch every comic show, and it just got to the point where it was just too many. There's way too fucking many. So Ninja says, yeah, it will. It will. It became too comedic because it's the brothers' own episode. Are you talking about the the third episode of Stargirl, or are you talking about Titans? What I was talking about. Man, oh God, I hope I'm not getting sick. Don't need all that. Definitely. Um, yes to which one? You say yes, but I don't know which one it is. Um, Stargirl. Yes? No? Stargirl. Okay. Okay. So okay. Oh, okay. It's the brother's own episode. Okay, I got you. All right. Yeah. And I don't like. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't like that the little boy or the boy in that one too much. You know. But I know it looked like from the first episode that they were aiming to make him a bad guy. So we'll have to see. Hey, David, how's it going, sir? Appreciate you coming in. Um, excuse me. I apologize, guys, tonight for my throat acting up and everything. And that's probably another good reason why I'll probably cut it out at 30, just because I'm having issues with my throat and talking and everything. That and like I said, I've already kind of went over everything I wanted to with Candyman. So Ninja says Titan sucks, can't make it through season one. You and me both, man. You and me both. I can't make it past the first episode. I watched the first episode and then I can't never bring myself to watch the second. I never can, and it's like I don't think it's just so much negativity around that show that it's like why nobody really likes it. So it's like why am I going to even bother? Um, I was very actually interested in the Swamp Thing, but when I knew that they had already canceled it after the first season, I was like, or before even the first season ended, I was like, why invest my time in it if I know it ain't going to make it? And I was looking forward to it because it, more horror based. So yeah. David says, I hear this the Sparrow is coming to Arrowverse Major Justice League baddie. Oh, I don't know. I don't follow too much of DC, so I don't know who the Sparrow is. Hmm. I know they were teasing about the next big crossover event for next year's during Flash and everything, and it's like I was thinking to myself, I was like, does anybody even care? Because I'm sorry, Flash is just fucking awful. I hope they just end it. Um, but they were like, I had heard that they didn't even want to bring their two best shows into it, which is Stargirl and Superman, which is I'm fine with. Don't bring them into it because you're just gonna ruin those shows. You might ruin those shows by doing that. So yeah, I'm good with them not. I'm hoping not. Um, Ninja says God. Ninja says Batwoman sucks more than Titans though. I never even gave Batwoman a fucking chance. I didn't like it from the preview. The preview, because it was all about agenda. It was all about agenda, and that was what turned me off of Supergirl. After the first 3 seasons of Supergirl, because I liked actually season 3, when she went up against um, the other girl that had the identity crisis. Basically, I can't think of what her actual character name was right now, but that season was great. But as soon as I started watching the next season, and they really got fucking preachy as fuck during that season, and I didn't even make it. I was like, I was already partially tuned out, I guess, of it because of I didn't really care for first or second season too much. Um, so yeah, by the time that I was like, yeah, I'm done. So I never even made it to where they even took her out of the fucking skirt, um, and put pants on her basically, and made it even more preachy. I left when Win left, in a way. So because Win, I liked Win as a character, and I liked the fact that his dad was Toy Man, and they actually, I thought it was kind of creepy on how they did Toy Man and that storyline with him. I thought that was actually pretty interesting. David says, without Oliver, it won't be the same. Exactly. Arrowverse went down when Green Arrow died. When he died, it all went, and none ain't even to say. Yeah, thank you. And enjoyed it. Was Rain was her name? Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Um, but I mean, even the last few seasons of Arrow was just fucking awful. And I was just even discussing this with Robert last night. How the it's almost like all series. The first 2 seasons are actually really good on every show. Sometimes you might make it to a third that are good, but for the most part, it's like every show has the first 2 seasons are great, and then it's like by the time you get to that third season, you're trying to appease fans, of the characters. You're trying to, put in agendas and all that kind of shit. So about the first 2 seasons are usually the best. Flash was good up to 3. You can see where they switched gears at 4 because people were bitching about it. Too many another speedster villain. So that's when they changed gears. Era 1 and 2 was fucking fantastic. And then 3 was all right because they brought in a Ra's al Ghul, but then they were trying to say, "Oh, you're being too much like Batman." So then they tried to switch gears again. So it just Walking Dead first 2 seasons great, then it fell off as well. Ninja says season 4 sucked of Supergirl besides Lex and Agent Liberty. They were the only good things of the season, and I think that was the villain that I was seeing was the main villain was Agent Liberty, and I was like, but it was like again, they were making it very preachy. I never even made it to fucking Lex. The only time I seen Lex was in the crossover episodes. The this crossover, the one where Green Arrow died, where Oliver died. That was the only time I ever seen Lex. And the guy who played him, and I was like, buddy, you ain't Michael Rosenbaum. And it would have been so awesome to have him in there, especially in the Smallville scene. That crossover event was just basically that was fan service. That's all that was, giving you all those Easter eggs to all those different universes and all the multiverses and stuff like that. That's what that was. Ninja says Win was also my favorite. Yeah, Win was awesome. I loved Win. Win was so cool in Supergirl. So and then when you lost him, and I think he came back for like an episode or something afterwards, but I was like, damage is done. It didn't work. So David says I stopped watching Flash after the Thinker season. Thought he sucked as a villain. Part of it did, but like I said, it was them writing the fact of, okay, we have all these, the first 3 seasons we have this Flash villain, and everybody wanted to fucking complain about it. So therefore, they do the Thinker, and look what happened. Look what happened. And then all of a sudden, the show went fucking downhill. Now, season 5 had. I wasn't a fan of Cicada and everything that they did with Cicada. I was more interested in his daughter's storyline and Reverse Flash in that season. That was really, really good. But you could see where they just, they had season 1 was great. They had a great story set up for it, and it was fantastic. Season 2 was cut and paste. What worked in season 1, let's do it in season 2. Because that's exactly what happened. And then by season 3, they went with a totally different route with the whole Flashpoint, which was like 1 episode, but it had a ripple effect. Where Iris was going to die, and they went to the point where they actually did do it, but they copped out and didn't do it. So when I rewatch them, as soon as I get to Flash season 3, I stop watching. I wasn't even a fan of Ralph Digby as the Plastic Man or the Elongated Man. I wasn't a fan of that. Now, when you look at the show now, they don't even have. I don't like what they did with Killer Frost. It's just a lot of things that were being set up to be epic and really cool never did. Cisco's now gone. You get rid of all the, you get rid of Wells and all the characters he could play and stuff like that, and just you lose a little bit. You lose a little bit of what it was and everything. All right, guys. So I'm going to probably get off in about 5 more minutes. So if you guys want to send in some comments or anything that you guys have last minute, we can go over real quick. Like I said, I'm just tired tonight, and I kind of want to go to bed. And of course, if I get super chats, of course, definitely keep me here. I'm not going anywhere if I get those, but which I would appreciate. I do appreciate you guys and everything. You guys don't have to send them in. Like I said, I'm just kind of just looking for any kind of chats, so that way we can talk about things. I thought about doing a video on just nothing but basically a video, and I probably will actually still do this one because the CW verse versus the Josh Whedon verse, basically, and the DCEU. Which one's better? Like Superman and the Supermans, the Batmans, the Flashes, Martian Manhunters, all those characters, because we're going to have some different ones coming. Oh man! Because now that Superman and Lois is over, I don't even know when that's coming back. But I'm definitely looking forward to that because it ended on a nice little bitty little cliffhanger, and that show was just fucking fantastic. I recommended it to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and they ended up picking up. They binged it in 2 days because it was that damn good. They were that interested in it. And then I think I recommended Stargirl to them too. They haven't got that far yet, but it's just because those are right now. Those are some of my favorite shows. I'm waiting for The Boys season 3. I'm waiting to get a fucking trailer for Boys season 3. I'm excited to see what Jensen Ackles, him coming in as Soldier Boy, is going to be. And I rewatched the first 2 seasons of that as well, and I actually really like The Boys. That was a very good show. What's another one that I'm waiting for? The thing is, how we got What If right now going on and everything. When are we going to get a Hawkeye trailer? You know, Hawkeye's supposed to be next, but yet we haven't seen anything for it. And I'm wondering if we're going to get it in like a couple weeks when Shang-Chi drops. Will we get it then? Because I'm actually looking forward to fucking Hawkeye. I like Jeremy Renner. I like his character. I like Hawk. I don't mind Hawkeye so much. But the fact that they got Haley Steinfeld as playing Kate Bishop, she's fucking hot as hell. And then you're gonna have Yelena Belov, who played Black Widow's sister in Black Widow. She's gonna be after them and everything. So I'm curious on that and who's gonna be the main villain of the show. So I'm curious to see all that. I want to see a trailer to kind of push that narrative forward a little bit for me. And then, of course, we're going to get Ms. Marvel also before the end of the year. So we should end up getting a trailer soon for that as well. I'm thinking, though, that one will be more, I would think Hawkeye maybe. We'll get it right here, Black Widow. Oh, not Black Widow. We'll get it right here either as Black Widow is coming out on Blu-ray, DVD, that, or with Shang-Chi, and then we'll get Ms. Marvel right around time Eternals. So here's hoping, because I'm looking forward to both of them. I want to see what we get out of these. Red Super says, I'm guessing we'll get a Hawkeye trailer after What If or maybe Shang-Chi. See, the thing is, they put out the trailer before their next one ends. So that's why I'm saying we're already in the What If. So that trailer probably will be coming very, very soon. I would have to assume. We're going. I would assume we're getting next 2. I'm going to say next 2 weeks. We'll have a Hawkeye trailer. Because right now they're just pumping out all this Marvel shit for us. Last week we got the Eternals trailer. This week we got Spider-Man No Way Home. Maybe next week we'll get the Hawkeye one. So, man, and the thing is, you got people doing nothing but talking about this shit. So why not just keep releasing this shit every week? Matt 1306 says, I remember when people was hating on Superman and Lois, and that's one of the best things on there. I actually don't remember people hating on it. I remember when it first came out, I didn't watch it right away. I remember okay, so I do remember the hate before it was released because the people were hating on the fact of this wasn't their Superman. They didn't want this Superman. You know, they wanted people wanted the Brandon Routh Superman. That's what people wanted. And I remember it was, rumored that they were going to do that and everything. Um, they were talking about doing it, but they had already done pushed this Superman Lois forward. And then when it came out, people loved the fuck out of it. And I didn't watch it right away. It's just I didn't care to. And then eventually I was like, well, let me try it and I'll watch it now. And I did. Now, fucking loved it. Fucking loved it. Oh God, Matt 13 says, Hawkeye don't come out until Thanksgiving. We're not getting a trailer until October. Probably. I'll probably agree with that a little bit. I'm thinking still though next month. I'm still thinking next month. I'm gonna go with next month. I still think either Shang-Chi drops next Friday. I'm gonna say within 2 weeks. I'm still gonna say within 2 weeks. That's so on the board. I'm gonna write it 2 weeks. Hawkeye, we'll see if it happens. See if I'm right or not. And then Mad, we'll see if you're right if it don't come out to October. So we'll go with that. Um, David says I wouldn't call it. I'd prefer the term reasonable skepticism, um, or hate instead of hate. You wouldn't call it hate. Okay, I got it. I prefer the term reasonable skepticism, and it's true. Because to be honest with you, I'm not actually a big fan of the lady, the woman who plays Lois in that show. And then the boys stuff, kind of, I don't know, but I can understand why you have that because I'm an older guy. I want to see Superman. I want to see everything to do with Superman. And when they show you everything to do with Superman, I'm fucking into it. When it gets to the teenage stuff, they have that for the younger audience, and but because it's a CW show, and at the end of the day, it's a CW show, and they're still going to have that drama, teenage love stuff and all that kind of stuff. Um, so you, I guess they got it for them. I'm not into it myself, but everything to do with fucking Superman, I think I think Tyler Hollison or something like that. Tyler plays a great Superman. I actually really like him as Superman in this show. He actually really surprised me, and a lot of it I think is because they did change his costume too, from what he looked like in Supergirl. They made it look he looks more Supermanish, and I actually like him as Clark Kent too in this as well. He does play a decent Clark Kent. So, but that's just my opinion on it. All right, guys, I do appreciate you all coming in and everything. I am going to go ahead and head out for tonight. Again, I won't probably be streaming the next 3 nights. Sunday is kind of loosely. We'll see how Sunday goes. Um, but I do appreciate all you guys sending in chats. We kept the conversation going. Yeah, we did go off of Candyman, which is fine. I'm good with it. We got Candyman discussed, which is what I wanted to do. So, but you guys kind of gave me a hint and maybe doing a talk about CW shows and stuff like that in a future stream. So I do once again appreciate it, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't a subscriber. Till next time.